Hey guys, what am I bringing to your lovely video screen? Well, I'm bringing you several opinions. My first one will be about this image. The second one will be about the hashtag that was created around this image. The third one will be about the recent activities of DC and how I'm disappointed. But let's talk about this image. First of all, I'm sure everybody knows this image by now as the recently released variant cover of the Batgirl series from DC. First off, I'm going to point out what the artist has said and what many people have actually said about this cover. This is a homage to The Killing Joke. Now, The Killing Joke is one of the best comic series in the Batman franchise, where we find out through flashbacks Joker's beginnings. But this is also a key point in Barbara Gordon's actual story as well as Batgirl. In the comic series, we see that Joker was originally a man working for a chemical engineering factory and left the business to go about being a stand-up comedian. Unfortunately, being a stand-up comedian failed. And under pressure to provide for loved ones, mainly a pregnant wife, he joined up with criminals and escorted them through the chemical engineering factory that he formerly worked for, and through certain circumstances that did involve Batman, he jumped into a chemical vat and was swept out to sea. When he actually saw what his body had become, being the dyed green hair, the chalk white skin, and the permanent smile upon his lips, his mind broke. He became the Joker. Now, Joker actually wanted to test to see if similar circumstances would break a man. Doing so, he picked Detective Gordon. And this is where the key part of The Killing Joke comes into play, and the key part of this image. In The Killing Joke, Joker shoots Barbara, rendering her paralysed. And from that moment forth, she's known as Oracle, an information gatherer for Batman. But this sets up the relationship for this cover right here. You would imagine that after such an event, Barbara would be terrified of Joker. Joker would have no remorse. So this cover sets the mood. It keeps to the emotional relationship of these two. The second thing about this image is that it's a dark image. It is a disturbing image, I will not deny that. But understanding about the homage and understanding that the core franchise is Batman, no matter if this cover is intentionally for the branch franchise Batgirl, it still has to keep in the same universal tone as the core franchise. Another thing as well is that Joker is a villain. I've just explained this in The Killing Joke. He's a villain. He does bad things. He is the negative reflection of Batman. He doesn't care who he kills, as long as he's having a lot of laughs. And might I just say, his sense of humour? Whoa, it would make Hannibal Lecter pale. So, really? Joker makes Hannibal Lecter look sane. And you cannot change a villain who is so integrated into the core franchise. You cannot change him. You cannot change his personality just to fit a branch franchise so that the feelings might not get hurt. In my opinion, this cover is also setting up a story. And I believe that story is going to be Barbara's or Batgirl's personal growth story. This isn't something new. Comic book series of all superheroes have gone through a certain personal growth story where They face their biggest fear and they plough through the challenges, getting roughed up, getting their edges frayed, and they come out stronger for it. They become a better superhero and they become a better person. And this right here, this is going to be Batgirl's personal growth with Joker as the villain. She's going to have to fight the Joker. And this new hashtag, ChangetheCover, it devalues that possible personal growth. Let's move on to my opinion about the hashtag. My opinion of the hashtag ChangetheCover is just more squawking from SJWs and radical feminists about rape culture, about sexual violence against women, and they've taken this image completely out of context. In fact, like many people, I believe that this hashtag was created by the same people who don't read comic books. They just see this image and think, victim! But the thing is, this isn't the first cover from DC to actually do this sort of thing, where the villain has taken power away from the hero. These are just a few examples. This cover, it didn't need to change. It shouldn't need to change. It tells us a story, or as much as a story, that we need to know. It grabs us. It makes us wonder what is going on with Joker and Batgirl. But more than that, this hashtag is advocating for more censorship so that feelings won't get hurt. And it devalues the actual comic. But recently, DC Comics has announced that they are pulling the Joker variant cover. And this is my opinion on that. DC, you cowards! You should have stuck to your guns and not pandered to SJW and radical feminists squawking. This is blind and blatant censorship to make sure that nobody's feelings get hurt. You are doing a disservice to the Batman franchise, and you are doing a disservice to Joker and Batgirl. DC, you shouldn't have caved. You shouldn't have pandered. You should have stuck to your guns on this one. So to be honest, guys, I'm not impressed. I don't believe DC have done the right thing. Comment your thoughts below, guys. Tell me what you think. Bye!